Basically just spent the entire time pickpocketing from a single woman up here in the bar. So now we are going to pickpocket warriors until we get to 38. 38 thieving, and then we'll move on to master farmers, and then we'll pickpocket master farmers until we get to 61. And the next clip you will see will be us getting to 38 thieving. So we are back, and we now have, for the first time on this account, a full 5 digits in the bank account, a stack. We are still have quite a ways to go. We're not even like halfway there yet, XP wise, but I'm having a good time. Okay, so we finally hit, after literally like all day of thieving, we hit 38 thieving, which is master farmers. We can go thieve master farmers, which is what we will be doing until we get to 61. Now, the reason we want to get to 61 thieving is because of this thing right here. That's right, stairs. No, I'm just kidding. The black scimitar. I really want it, but guess what? We need 61 thieving to get there. So that is what we are grinding for. The only other thing of note is that we do have 7 farming. I have been doing just some regular allotment farm runs while we've been doing the thieving. Okay, as you can see in the little chat box, we just hit 55 thieving. So I was going to continue with master farmers, but they actually have a higher fail rate than switching over to the Knights of Ardenog. So I'm going to switch over to Knights, and I will be pickpocketing them until I can get to 61 so that I can unlock that door. And welcome back. It has been quite a few days since the last clip. Here's a quick recap of everything that I've done while I was on mobile. So hopefully that gives you an idea of all the things that I've done. We've gotten our range to level 32. We're 4 levels away from what we need to equip mithril bolts. We are very close to 61 thieving, so I will be pickpocketing this Knight of Ardenog until we get to 61. We did get a couple cooking levels and farming levels passively while training for this, and a couple hit points levels from the range grind. So let's go ahead and get 61 thieving and go unlock this door. Oh my god, there it is, finally, 61 thieving, and that is the end of this grind. This is the longest single grind that we have done on the account so far. Okay, that was kind of rude. 1 to 61 thieving, a solid 300,000 XP grind, and we did it. So now we can unlock what we've been going for this whole time, which is this paladin door. And look at that, we have our new best in-slot weapon. This is a huge upgrade over the steel spear. We can also now use a shield, which is also super cool. This was so worth it. I had a lot of fun doing all this thieving. Thieving is one of my favorite skills, and the fact that we get a big weapon payout as well is absolutely huge. 61 thieving, unlock paladin store, done. Obtain a black scimitar, also complete. Couple things to note, these 2 items we actually cannot obtain because they only drop from creatures in the zoo and we can't pick them up. That said, you can actually get steel arrows from the guards, which I've already gotten, so I'm going to check that off, and I'm going to backlog this. So with those updates made, we need to get a steel full helmet, which is like 1 in 128 from paladins. Then we need to finish grinding a couple range levels, and then we'll have a bit of a fire making grind, and then just a few quests to do, and then we will be rolling some chunks after we do a little bit of genocide. And with that kill, we have reached 36 ranging, which means that we can now equip mithril crossbow bolts. We will still be killing chaos druids until we actually get mithril bolts. They are the only creatures in my chunk that drop them, and then we will go kill paladins. And we just got our first drop of mithril bolts. So with that, we can stop killing chaos druids, and now let's go get over to some killing of paladins.
Approximately 10 hours later.
And just as an update to the paladin grind, we are currently trying to get a steel full helm from them. which is a 1 in 128 drop. And as you can see, this kill will be 128. So we will be at drop rate once this kill happens. This grind has taken 10 hours. We have been killing these paladins for 10 hours. We've gotten quite a few range levels, probably used about 2,000 bronze arrows. Each kill takes several minutes and probably over 100 arrows a kill. So I'm a little disappointed that we haven't gotten the steel helm, but hopefully we don't go super dry for it.
This is called foreshadowing,
because this grind is taking forever.
1 eternity later.
Okay, it has been a full almost 24 hours of grinding paladins, and I am going to make the executive decision to stop the grind here. As you can see, we have killed over double the drop rate for a steel full helm, and we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've gotten over 10 drops that could have been a steel full helm, and we have still not gotten it. So I'm not sure if it's even a possible drop from paladins, but we have reached double the drop rate and we have still not gotten it. In that time, we've more than doubled our ranged experience, and with each kill taking so long, it just does not seem worthwhile to me to keep grinding for this. So with that all said, I am going to, for now, backlog these two pieces, as it just does not seem like it's actually possible to get them, and we've gone over double the drop rate. I actually tweeted at Mott Ash to see if the paladins drop, and they do actually drop at 1 in 128. So just thought I'd let you know that it is an actual drop. So because teak and mahogany logs, the only way that I can get them is through a drop, I will drop down to 30 fire making, as I'm honestly getting pretty tired of this chunk. We've already done 2 20+ hour grinds in this one chunk, and I would like to move on with the account a little bit farther. So we'll put both of those on hold for now, grind willow logs, and finish up these quests, and then we will be on our way to roll a new chunk. And we just hit 30 fire making, so let's go ahead and light this log. And with that done, we are done with our fire making grind for this chunk. So now I'm going to go wrap up the rest of the quests. With that, we have completed our very first quest on this account. Boom. Sheepherder completed 4 quest points. Okay, and here we are starting the quest. I think it's like Hazel's Cult or something. It does say that we can do one more step within the Plague City quest line, but I think when we do the step, it'll push us into West Ardenog, which we don't currently have unlocked. So I don't think that I can actually do it, even though I technically could because I have the rope for it. So I will hold off on it for now. I don't think it'll matter too much. And that is the Pendant Evolution, which is the only step that we can do for this quest as well. So now we can check all of those off of our list. We've completed all of the tasks for the chunk. So we already have all of the chunks selected. Let's go ahead and roll 2. So the one that we can't see that it rolled is the Edgeville Wilderness area, and the other side is Moss Giants. So I think we're going to unlock this chunk right here. It gives us access to Moss Giants. The other chunk really wouldn't do too much. It has been almost a full week grinding in this single chunk, so I'm quite happy to have something new to do. Just gotten our first drop that we needed, a black square shield, and pretty early on too, so that replaces our bronze square shield. So now we've got the black pink outfit here. Oh my goodness, we just got our first curved bone. I was not expecting that. We will bank it. It'll probably be a long while till we get... Oh my goodness, we'd have to do Death to the Door. We have a long way to go before we can actually use that for any kind of construction experience, but I hate trading construction, so I will absolutely be saving that for later. We just hit 50 ranging. The only item that we are still missing is the steel med helm. But once we get that, we'll be rolling some more chunks. And with that drop, we've gotten all of the items we need. We now have our steel medium helm as well. So let's go ahead and pull up our pick chunker. So now we have one more square to include, and let's go ahead and roll 2 chunks. Let's go with this one. I don't want to do maple trees just yet. We have to kill a duck. Okay, let's kill a duck and we'll be right back. And there we go. With this kill, we have killed our duck.
You're a monster!
And now we can go ahead and pull up the chunk picker and pick the next chunk. So let's roll 2 more. We now have these 2 squares unlocked as well. Perfect. So it's West Arty or the Wilderness. I really want to get over to here. West Arty also gives us some more quests that we can do. So let's go ahead and get the West Arty chunk. Now we have quite a bit to do. So we can complete Plague City now. So that's probably the first thing that I'll do. And then we will get started on the rest of these. This shouldn't take too long, I don't think. So this is quite exciting. All right, let's get started. Okay, and now that we have all the stuff, let's go ahead and rip open this grill. All right, let's heave-ho. Perfect, and these are my first steps into West Artenog. Just gonna finish up this quest really quick, and then I will have a little bit of grinding to do here. Well, not really grinding, I just have a couple, essentially errands that I have to run. And with this, we should be done with Plague City, the second quest of the account. Mining experience, not super useful right now, but that's fine. And the Artenog teleport scroll, which will be useful if I can ever get my magic up. And so then all we have left to do for this chunk is do a little bit of skilling and a little bit more questing. And we've successfully broken into the place. So now we have transportation between West and East Arty, a little bit more convenient than climbing through the sewers every time. So I have made a terrible mistake. I have finished Plague City and started Biohazard. So this entrance is now closed. And because I've started Biohazard, the front gates have also become sealed, and I passed the part in the quest where I climb over the walls. But I don't have access to the rest of the quest to go to Draenor, which means that I am actually locked out of West Artenog until I finish this quest. But I can't finish this quest because I can't go to Remington yet. And Omart over here, more like Walmart, am I right, won't let me over the wall because it's too risky. So we're stuck. We can't actually progress through West Arty. So I guess we'll just roll another chunk because I literally don't know what else to do. Let's roll 2 chunks. Okay, we have... Okay, it just really wants us to go to Edgeville. I don't want to cut trees. Let's do something adventurous. Okay, so Hellhounds are above level 100, and the Runite Column is also above level 100, so we will not be required to kill those. We do need to pick this lock and kill some magic axes. So I need a lockpick. Can I get a lockpick somewhere? Well, before we check that, let's go ahead down here, see if we can get inside this little gate. I don't have enough coins to enter the arena, so I'm assuming I need to pay a certain amount of money. Okay, so we can't picklock this door because we don't have a lockpick, which means we can't kill the magic axes. So we can't do these tasks. Backlog, backlog, backlog. Okay, so I just want to mention, I didn't actually address my goal for this chunk. After narrowing down what I can do, I arrived at a final goal of 30 mining with my bronze pickaxe. Everything else in this chunk is outside of my rule set or inaccessible with my current equipment. We have just hit our 30 mining, which is basically the only real requirement we need for this chunk. Let's run over here and mine this coal. Oh my god, we did it! Those are all the rolls that are available, so let's roll 2. Okay, nothing and... No, we're not doing that one. Let's do this one. I don't think this should add anything whatsoever to our list. Nothing new to the list. Roll 2. What's the other chunk that it gives me? Yeah, no. We're definitely doing this one. Now we just need to go kill some Khazard troops and commanders. We just need to find a commander. I think it's probably going to be in here. And then we'll roll another chunkies. Okay, so it turns out that the Khazard commander you can't actually kill until you do a quest. So let's backlog that, check that off the list, and roll 2 more chunks. Well, I guess we'll go here. Okay, we'll need to start Dwarf Cannon and then do 2 easy tasks. So let's go try those. We have completed both of our tasks, as you can see in the chat box. So now let's go ahead and go over here, and we have completed both of the diaries and started the quest as possible. That is the only chunk new that's unlocked. Let's roll 2 more squares. I guess we'll unlock this one. I don't think this should give us anything new. It's more of the same. Exactly. And now Eagle's Peak, roll 2 more. Trinome Village. That's actually kind of big. Trinome Village gives shears. You can buy shears at the village shop, which means I could train fletching, which means I can upgrade my bows. This is just way too big of a tile not to do. It gives me access to shears, which means that I can now finally start crafting, which means that I can really kick up my fletching. So this is actually huge. It doesn't show a lot of new active chunk tasks, but it's actually massive for some of the backlogged items. So let's go ahead and unlock that chunk, Trinome Village. Okay, let's go ahead and run back to Artie and get this chunk started. And this will probably be the end of the 3rd episode. All right, you heard the woman. That is the end of today's episode. Hopefully the next episode will be out shortly. Please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying the series. I also have other content that I'm uploading. There should already be a video essay that I did about ASMR, so if you want to go check that out, that would be awesome. And the next episodes are already filmed. I just need to edit them, and I have some super exciting content that I'm really excited to show you guys. Until then, have fun, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.